With 100 episodes and a movie, Good Luck Charlie is arguably the best family show to come from Disney. The only one I can think of that tops it is Boy Meets World, but that doesn't really count because Boy Meets World was originally an ABC show then later became Disney. You get amazing episodes throughout the entire 4 seasons of Good Luck Charlie, but some are definitely better than others. Starting with Season 1, I'm going to skip the pilot because I feel like that's everyone's favorite. If not, why would you continue watching the show? I'll start with Baby Come Back. Besides this episode being hilarious, I think it was sweet of Teddy wanting to give Bob and Amy a night to themselves. With it only being episode 2 and the kids having already lost Charlie, you get the feeling of what the rest of the show is going to be like. Just a family navigating through obstacles while being entertaining and funny. Sitting at a rating of 7.7 out of 10. I think it's a reasonable rating. The next one is The Curious Case of Mrs. Dabney. I'm sure everyone agrees that Mrs. Dabney is the best side character from the entire show. Ivy is a close follow-up, but Mrs. Dabney is better. In this episode, Gabe and PJ are convinced Mrs. Dabney killed her husband, so they go to her house to investigate. I will be honest, when I first saw this episode, I was on Gabe and PJ's side. I didn't necessarily think Mrs. Dabney was a killer, but something seemed odd about her, so I understood where the boys were coming from. We continue with Dance Off, the episode where Emmett steals Teddy's date. It was cute seeing Teddy and Spencer attend their first dance together. Teddy is actually the one who asks Spencer to the dance, and the way she prevents another girl from asking him first was pretty funny.
Well, Lauren would never do that to me. She's too good a friend.
There's your good friend right now.
Yeah, walking up to Spencer. What? That little witch! Poor thing! What a horrible, ugly, tomato-y mess you are!
Come on, pizza face. Let's get you cleaned up.
Oh, Spencer! Hey, didn't see you there.
Hi, Teddy.
Boy, the pizza really came out of nowhere, huh?
Yeah. Nice shot.
It's all in the wrist.
Charlie is one. Not only is it Charlie's first birthday, but we get lore about the day she was born. I wonder if the biker couple did end up becoming Charlie's godparents. I know some people don't like the flashbacks trope, but it's done well in this episode. Up a Tree has the highest rating with a 7.9 out of 10, and it's well-deserved. Mrs. Dabney wants the treehouse gone, but PJ and Teddy come together to save it. Bob is the only odd one out because Amy, Gabe, and even Charlie then joined to save the treehouse. But in the end, Mrs. Dabney got what she wanted because the treehouse still came down. Boys meet girls. Both PJ and Gabe deal with girls, but each in different situations. PJ meets a girl while working, and they start spending so much time together that Emmett gets jealous. Gabe has to deal with a girl bully who secretly likes him. Her name is Jo. It was nice to see Teddy standing up for Gabe, but it gets funny when Teddy also gets beat by Jo. Blanky Go Bye-Bye. Once again, Teddy tries doing something nice for her parents, but this time it's not sending them to a restaurant, it's actually to throw them a surprise dinner at home for their anniversary. Things start going wrong, and Charlie ends up losing her favorite blanket to the donation bin. Teddy tries tracking it down, but gets stuck in the back of the donation truck. I think Teddy should just stop trying to do nice things for her parents because every time she does, things just end up going wrong. Duncans Got Talent is primarily about Spencer agreeing to dance with Teddy for the talent show, but he soon realizes Teddy is a horrible dancer and fakes an injury to get out of dancing with her. But the episode gets completely stolen by Gabe and Jo. They're both running for class president, and the campaigns they run are hilarious. Rated as 7.7 out of 10. I think it deserves a higher rating purely because of Gabe and Jo's storyline. Charlie in Charge. Another episode that gets stolen by Gabe and Jo. Gabe is left to babysit Charlie because Teddy takes PJ to the dentist, but Gabe and Jo are working on their school project while taking care of Charlie. They act like a mini-married couple who has a child, and it's funny to watch. Sleepless in Denver. Once again, the storyline with Gabe is better. Gabe has a sleepover at his house with his friends. Teddy is prepping for an audition, but Charlie writes all over her face, and Teddy looks silly when auditioning. PJ starts to eat healthier after having nightmares about gaining weight. Overall, it's a great episode and has that family feel. Teddy's Broken Heart Club is rated 7.7 out of 10, and it's well-deserved. It's about Teddy struggling to recover from her breakup with Spencer. She then makes a mean music video with the girl Spencer cheated with. But in the end, Teddy doesn't upload the music video because Spencer apologized. It might have seemed like a waste of a time, but making the video helped Teddy get out her emotions and get better. Snow Show Part 1 and 2. The Duncans go on a ski trip and there Teddy meets a psychic. The psychic tells Teddy that she will meet her true love during the vacation. Meanwhile, Bob and Amy get into a fight and Gabe orders a bunch of room service while not knowing he has to pay. Both parts are great and worth watching. Driving Mrs. Dabney. Teddy is practicing how to drive, but at a point Bob doesn't want to take her to practice anymore. We get a cute scene where it's revealed that Bob is afraid of all his kids eventually leaving the house. Not only was this episode entertaining, but it's touching and reminds you why Good Luck Charlie is an amazing family show. Rated only a 7.7 out of 10, but I think it deserves a higher rating, especially with Bob opening up to Teddy. Season 1 has 26 episodes, but these 13 are the best ones. Personally, my favorite is Charlie in Charge because it's funny seeing Gabe and Joe acting like a married couple with a young child. Let me know if you agree with my best 13 and comment which episode is your favorite from Season 1.